through a storm. Hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky and a sweet silver song of a love. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
We have a murderer roaming the city.
I only wanted to live. I only did what I had to survive. Please don't let it end like this.
Come back, you try to help me, please. Please help me. Don't leave me here alone. No. Help me! Sophia!
Hello and welcome to the Purgatorians Cast Interviews. In this series, you shall be able to find out more information about the cast, what other projects they are currently working on, as well as their views about the character in the show. Today we have Sapphire Escueta, who voices Sophia Anderson in the show. Thank you, Sapphire, for joining us.
Hi. Thank you for having me here.
What was your initial response when you read through the synopsis of the Purgatorians and the cast of characters involved?
In my head, I was honestly like, whoa, this project seems really interesting. Because I'm the type of person that really likes shows with these kinds of themes. In fact, I've even seen a lot of shows, movies, and other forms of media that are quite similar. So I personally am quite unfazed by it. And another thing is, I came to notice that the entire project seems really well written. Like, it was well thought out. And I could tell that Paul put a lot of effort and thought into this. And honestly, because of that, I got inspired. And it really made me want to help bring this project to life.
What can you tell us of the story of the show, the themes, and such?
The Purgatorians isn't for the faint of heart. It's a show that revolves around dark themes, mainly murder and death. There's a lot of violence, and it also has a lot of twists and turns, things you wouldn't even expect that'll happen in the story. It's the kind of show that'll put you on the edge of your seat because you wouldn't even know what to expect. Like, it's possible that Sophia could turn out to be the mastermind behind the cycle, and even though she's just an innocent little girl on the surface, she could turn out to be the bad apple all along. Or maybe she could even be the one to save the world from an endless despair. Who knows?
In your opinion, why will people want to listen to this show? What would keep them coming back for the next episode?
This show, it kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. And I could actually imagine myself in Sophia's shoes. And I was so immersed in the plot. I could tell that Paul worked really hard on it because I'm not even gonna lie, the writing is amazing. Phenomenal even. I think that would be the main reason why people will want to keep coming back for more. This isn't one of those shows where the characters have plot armor just because it'll be detrimental to the plot if they suddenly disappear. You never really know what's coming and literally anything could happen.
Why did you want to take part in such a large project?
I've always dreamed of being a part of something like this. I personally really love audio dramas, and I remember when I was still a little kid, I used to listen to some dramas on the radio as if it's a telenovela, and I was so amused by it. I told myself that I really wanted to do something like that, and initially I thought I had to be a radio DJ to get there, at least until I learned about voice acting. And also, this may seem like a little tad bit selfish. I just really wanted to know more about the story, the plot, because it resonated with me. It made me feel inspired to continue with my own projects. I'm not even gonna lie, I even almost cried during my auditions.
Tell the viewers something about your character you are voicing.
Sophia is honestly just Sophia. She's a really innocent girl that knows nothing about what's going on in the world. All that matters to her is that she gets to spend time with her mom and dad as much as possible. She has a bit of an attitude sometimes, but she really loves her family with all her heart, especially her dad, Ronald. He's always out and about, so she never really gets to talk to him and spend time with him that much, and is always with her mom, Patricia. But whenever Ronald comes home, Sophia always lights up at the sight of him. I honestly feel like she's a huge daddy's girl.
What do you feel will be the hardest part about bringing your character to life?
Sophia is a very, very innocent little girl. I feel like portraying her innocence alone as everything goes south without potentially breaking into tears would be the hardest part of bringing her character to life for me. Because, man, all she really wants to do is just to see her mom and dad smile. She just wants them to be happy.
If your character is to die in the show, how would you want this to happen?
Who says Sophia's gonna die? All jokes aside, if she really has to die for the sake of the plot, she doesn't deserve to be tortured. She's a little girl, for goodness sake. She doesn't deserve to see all the horrible things going on around her, even if she's not aware of that yet. I would want her to be given a painless, quick death than have her go through any psychological or physical trauma. I do, however, really want her to have a hand in helping make the world at least more bearable to live by, spreading joy and making people happy.
If you could have chosen any character, male or female, who would it be and why?
I would probably say Raven. For some reason, Raven's character resonates with me. She has a big heart. She's not the type of character that would want to see people suffer just for her own amusement. In fact, she is the opposite of that. And I really like how her character is being portrayed in prequel miniseries, and how willing she is to take even the biggest risks just to be able to save other people.
How much input do you have in the show? And does the creator of the show keep you informed about the decisions being made?
One thing that I noticed about Paul is that he's trying his very best to keep everyone updated regarding the show, and he's very transparent with us. He's also really easy to talk to and responsive regarding questions about the show or any issues in general, and he takes into account everyone's opinions regarding other aspects of the show, which is another thing that I really appreciate. There's actual communication involved between voice actors and director, and having a director like Paul that listens to feedback and doesn't take offense to it is such a huge relief for me, because it doesn't feel like it's just about him and the show anymore. It feels like this is about Paul and all of us, the voice actors, and I know everyone worked super hard to make this show into something this big.
What inspired you to become a voice actor?
So, I initially wanted to become a streamer. Aside from doing the normal singing streams, I used to also do light novel reading sessions, where I would just read light novels or got anime adaptations out loud. It wasn't until one of my friends suggested that I should do voice acting that I really started to consider it. I absolutely loved reading and reenacting what was happening in the story, although at the time, I wasn't really confident with my voice. I didn't have many vocal ranges, and I thought that should come naturally if you're a voice actor. But over time, I just began to accept it as it was and realized that voice acting wasn't necessarily just about the vocal ranges. It was also about how well you can act and express yourself through acting with your voice. Like, yeah, sure, having a wide vocal range it's a huge asset, but it also means little to nothing if you can't control your range. Like even for a specific emotion, like anguish or maybe even anger. Honestly, now that I really think about it, kind of like when it comes to singing. I also began to feel more confident with my normal speaking voice because of it. And not to mention, one of my closest friends encouraged me to be more confident. Because back then, I remember straining it a bit more than I would like, and speak like this sometimes, just to act cute.
Is this your first show, or have you done other voice acting projects?
I have been casted in other voice acting projects in the past, but most of them are either original animations or fan dubs. I've actually never been casted in audio drama before, so this is a first for me, and I'm really excited about it.
In your opinion, what separates this show from others that you have done?
I think what separates this show from other projects that I've done is the fact that this project was really well thought out before being executed. And I honestly really appreciate that. It really feels like there's order in which we as voice actors go about things. And not to mention, I've never heard or seen about an audio drama that revolves around dark themes like this one. I don't think there's really a lot out there, and I can't help but feel like more projects like the Purgatorians need more recognition. It also feels really nice to have a director or project manager make you feel included in the project you've been casted as, rather than it just being one and done, like just recording your lines and being done with it.
Any plans for after the show ends?
I think I'm going to keep pursuing voice acting even after the show ends. And maybe even streaming more and doing content using my voice, like song covers and all that jazz. maybe, just maybe, even continuing animating. I just really like auditioning for projects that I feel the directors have put so much blood, sweat, and tears into their work. That's literally the biggest reason as to why I got interested in this show, because it really shows that Paul put a lot of effort into doing what he does and has been doing. And I'm honestly really grateful that I got casted as Sophia among all of the other voice actresses that auditioned for her. I've already felt attached to her, especially after reading through the script.
Where can people find you if they are interested in your work and want to know more, or possibly hire you?
Oh, you can find me on my YouTube. My user there is iBlanky, spelled IBLANKIIE. And if you want to reach out to me directly, you can contact me via email, sapphyx@gmail.com or sapphyx@gmail.com. I'm also open to be contacted on Discord, which is just sapphyx, all lowercase, basically the same as my email. I'm kind of more active there, honestly, than any other platform.
Imagine you are your character. Any final words from them to the viewers?
Hi! Thanks for listening to the Purgatorians. Paul worked really hard on it, you know? I hope my presence was enough to make you forget about all the bad things. I just want to see you guys happy.
Thank you, Sapphire, for joining us. And I wish you and your character every success in both the show and your future roles.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
If you at home would like to take a look at the other projects Sapphire Escueta has worked on, is currently working on, and for any further information, please check the description of the video.
If you would like to support the show, Patreon members will receive 1 week ad-free and uncensored early access to all shows, amongst other benefits such as exclusive director and cast commentary videos, and the ability to be credited in the description if you would like to submit your reactions and they are chosen for a montage video. As well as much more, please feel free to look at the rewards in the tiers there.
Next week we have Nelson Aguilar, who voices Ronald Anderson, to give us their opinions on their character, the show, and other projects they have worked on. I hope you will join us. Until then, goodbye.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. You always walked a step behind. I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. Only a face without a name. I never once heard you complain. Did you ever know that you're my hero and everything I would like to be? I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I have it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. would be nothing without you.